Okay, here we go. Here's all the cards. 6-deck Blackjack. Dealer stands on all 17s. No surrender. Blackjack pays 3-2. Testing. Continuing our testing of the 1-3-2-6 betting system against flat betting. We'll play one shoe. This is just another one in our series, so watch them all. At the end of 7 shoes, we will sit down and do a summary, see how it really pans out, because you can't really tell anything off of just one shoe. I show you all the cards so that you can see that they're all there. Kind of like when you sit down at a fresh table in the casino. They'll have all the cards fanned out. They'll have them a little differently than I do, because they don't have to worry. Well, I guess they do have them on camera, but they don't have to. They're not posting that on YouTube for people to watch. So that's why I put them all out there like that, so you can check, which you should do if you ever do sit down and open a table. Take a quick scan of the cards. It's prudent, you know. We're talking about money. You know, you wouldn't sign a contract without reading it, so it's it's a similar idea that this is a type of a contract in a way. And so you want to know, first you want to know your table rules. You want to know that all the cards are there. Now, of course, if the table's already been opened, you have to assume that somebody checked the cards. And you know, it's probably really not something you have to worry about too much in a regulated casino, but it's a good habit, I would say. Anyways, that's why I put them all out there, so that you know I'm playing with a full deck, so to speak. And then I show you the full shuffle procedure. Now, you might think it's a little bit boring, but hey, you put up with it if you're fortunate enough to play at a casino or at a table that still hand shuffles rather than using the machines. And you know, this is YouTube. You can fast forward, you can skip. I understand, but it's here. I'll also take this time while I'm shuffling to, if you're new to all this, to explain how things work and to talk about the 1-3-2-6 betting system. I will continue to use my automatic shuffler, which I have done a review on. You can find that in my channel. It works pretty well. Keeps me from bending the cards. Probably a little faster. I will use the shuffle procedure, basically, but using this to do the riffling that I found from a girl who calls herself Vegas Aces. She's a pro dealer. I am not. I'm just someone at home. Anyway, she's got a nice channel. She's got some nice information. So, flat betting versus 1-3-2-6. The way this will work, both betting systems will bet on the same hand. So it is a direct head-to-head comparison. Both sides start with 50 bet units. The flat bettor will bet a single bet unit. A single bet unit on every hand. The 1-3-2-6 system bettor will follow the system, and on its first bet will wager 1 unit. On its second, if it wins, it will then move to 3. If it wins, it'll move to 2. And if it wins that, it'll move to 6. Winning or losing on the 6 will go back. Well, let's just talk about if you win on the 6, you go back down to a single bet unit because you completed the cycle. Anytime you lose, you go back down to a single bet unit. Any push we'll simply repeat the last bet. Double downs, winning 2 hands on a split, blackjacks, those are all treated as a single win. So you'll just continue to stick to the 1, 3, 2, 6 progression. If you, let's say you have a split situation, you win 1 and lose 1. That's a push. Win 1, lose 1 is a push. Something that we had happen in one of the cases was we had a split and then a double on one of the hands. The one that was the double won, the double downside of the split. The double downside of the split won, the other side of the split lost. So it was a lose 1, win 2. We called that a win. The opposite of that would be a win 1, lose 2. We would call that a loss. So that's how we're doing that. Goes pretty even there. Come on. While I finish doing this, let me just add that I am not trying to promote any system, be it a 1, 3, 2, 6 or flat betting. I'm not promoting any form of gambling. We are just doing a comparison. Doing a comparison to see if it's possible for a system, a betting system, to beat the house edge. Of course, the experts and whatnot will tell you that you cannot beat the house edge. Those aren't exactly. Let me even those out. Good enough. But they run those simulations on millions of hands. All right, there we go. There's our shoe. These are our cut cards. If you've been paying attention, these are the joker cards that came with the deck that came in the shuffler. Right here, we will simulate a player cutting the deck, like so. Bring that around, and we will now look for about 75% penetration. There we go. That has gotten us at a minimum 45 hands in this heads up setting that we have here. If you're playing with multiple players, things might be different. Let's have a look at all the chips. 10 there. Those are 5s. That's 25. These are singles. So that is 40, 45, and 50. These are the chips for the flat better. So they'll be at that approach will be on this side, and then 10, 25 makes 35, 5 makes 40, 45, and 50 for the 1, 3, 2, 6 player. Okay, now I will be keeping track of how many hands we do. That'll help us a little bit when we do the summary at the end, and just kind of keep track of where we are. Here we go. Opening bet, single bet unit for each side. Bet units, not these aren't dollar amounts. You can scale this to whatever table you're playing. So if this is a $5 table, these are $5 bets. 18 stands, 16, 18, push. Bets will remain the same. Oh, I forgot to burn a card. Oh well. I think the last time I forgot to burn a card, you did really well, so don't complain. Oh. It's this. Playing by basic strategy, also known as the book, also known as the card. 20 stands, 9, 19, I find mine at the Wizard of Odds. Available pretty much anywhere. Okay, so 1326 after this win of 1 needs to bring out another chip for its next wager to be 3 units. $20 stands. 20, push. Bet remains the same. $16 hits. 26, too many. 20. Back down to a single unit. Anyways, I hope you've been enjoying these videos. Please like and subscribe. Try to do them, you know, most every day. 10 to a 5, doubles down. Single card. 14. 9. 16. 26. Okay, now despite the fact that that was a double down, which you could consider 2 wins for the 1326, we count it as a single consecutive win. You have to take 1 back. Next wager is 3. Get in there. 13 takes a card to an 8. 15 keeps hitting. 25, too many. 10. This choppy back and forth action is very hard on the 1326 system, and it's even worse than it would be for the Paroli. 9 to an 8 is just a hit. 11 hits again. 13, card counters might want to stop here. We're not counting cards, we're strictly playing by the book, which says to hit again. 23. 17. 8 takes a card. 16 needs to keep hitting. 19. See if that works. Works for a push. Bets remain the same. 12 to a 9 hits. 20. 16. 25. Okay, so again, need to bring out another chip to follow the progression. 1, 3, 2, 6. So yeah, I mean, losing this all of a sudden you are, you're down again. When you win this, you start to get better. You really need to complete the cycle in order for this to work, which means you need to win, 4 in a row. Insurance closed. Never take insurance. Let's have a look. 7 takes a card. 11, double down. Can't double down, only on the first 2. 21, very nice. 12, 5, 15, 20. There you go, that helps. So now with the 1, 3, 2, 6, you get to pull off that winning plus 1. By the way, that was the 11th hand. Forgot to tell you when we got to 10. So single unit, 2 units. See if you can complete the cycle. 13 to a 2 stands. 12. 19. You cannot complete the cycle, not this time. Next time, right? Next time with splits and double downs. That makes a lot of difference, it seems, here. 18 stands. 17, there you go. Again, you need to bring 1 out. 1, 3, 2, 6. You're on the 3. 12 to an 8 needs a card. Not that card. 22. 12. Single units. 20. 20 stands. Push. Did I say 20 stands? Blah, blah, blah. Alright, bets remain the same. 11, 2 of 10. Book says double down. A lot of people don't like that. Did I check? Okay, checking to make sure it's not a blackjack first. Single card, 21. 20, very nice. The only time you don't double down 2 and 11 on this table is to an ace. Okay, so this is single unit, of course, that's flat better. You get to take one back. Next bet is 3 for the 1, 3, 2, 6. And 9 takes a card. 19. 17. And again, you get to take a few back. Your winnings plus 1 off the 3. Just move that in front here. So it's a bet of 2. I can tell you that the flat better is still ahead by 4. It could change, and rather quickly. 16 needs a card, right? How about 17? That's good. 14, 24. Now with that win of 2 in the 1, 3, 2, 6 system, you're going to need to bring out another 2 to make your bet the full 6. So when you bet 1 and you win, you need to bring out 1 more. When you bet 2 and you win, you need to bring out 2 more. So your bet is 6. It had me wondering, like, so 1, 3, 2, 6. Would anybody go any further than that to like a 3, 9? You could. I was just thinking about that the other day. 20 stands. 13, 23, and you complete the cycle with a win. Like I said, things can change on the stacks. I'm pretty sure that will put the 1, 3, 2, 6 player solidly in the lead, particularly because he takes off all those extras and drops back down to a single unit. So you figure you can get 4 wins in a row, and you're pushing your luck if you try for any more than that. That's the thought, at least. Well, the 10 is a double down. Single card. 20. 6. 16. 19. All right, keep it going, keep it alive. You really need these win streaks for these progressive systems. And like I say, you always want win streaks, but you really need them here. Okay, so 1, 3, 2, 6. Here's your bet of 3 on the next hand. That was also, by the way, another 10 hands, so we're 20 in, getting close to halfway. Pretty close. The 1, 3, 2, 6 system players up by a couple. See if we can. So both sides are up really. But a 12 to a 9 takes a card. 14 keeps going, and 18, 15, 19 to 18. Well, at least you made the cycle all the way through the 6. Back to single unit. 12 to a 3. This is one of the more unpopular hits. 16. But that's what the card says to do. That's what we do. 15. Too many. And again, the 1, 3, 2, 6 needs to bring out another one to bring the wager to 3, following the system. Soft 14. Let's make Come here. Takes a card. 13. Too many. 20. So it looks like, well, right there we're getting back into the choppy action. But I guess with the 1, 3, 2, 6, the idea is that, you know, you come out better on those when you complete the cycle. You can withstand the downturns like that. I don't know. That's what we're trying to find out. Does it really work? That's, I think, the theory behind it. An 11 to a 7 doubles down, single card. That's a 13, 17. It's back to a single unit, both sides. 19 to a 5, it's an easy stand. 6, 16, 16, 20. Single units. 10, 17, 20. Continuing single units. Oops, check. 16 to a 10 needs to hit. 18. 19. Anyways, I hope you have fun watching these videos. I watch them a little bit myself just to make sure I've, you know, got things right. It feels like a little bit to me like watching a baseball game. An 11 doubles down. It's not exactly exciting, you know, because you're not really participating, you're just observing, just like at a baseball game. I feel with all the numbers, 21, 10, 19, and with perhaps what we might call my my other commentary here, I don't know, to me it feels a little bit like that. Anyways, hope you're having fun. Okay, take these off. Take one of those off. 1, 3, 2, 6. That was a initial wager of 1. Now you're at 3. It's not like Blackjack is one of the more exciting games in the first place. It's certainly not like craps. 17 stands. 9, 19. You almost never hear whooping and hollering coming from a blackjack table. You always hear it over there at the craps table. And then you hear the big sighs of disappointment as everybody craps out. Okay, pair of aces is a split. This one first, single card on each. Looking for a dealer bust. That's going to be tricky. 10 and 20. I mean, sometimes you hear people at the blackjack table make a little bit of noise. That's another 10 hands. That's 30. Or about 2/3 of what we can expect. Single units. But mostly the blackjack tables are quiet and kind of not that exciting. That's one thing about these systems that it can help. You know, if you're not sure what you want to be doing, this gives you, you know, a guideline to follow at least. Player blackjack pays time and a half, and gives you an opportunity to sometimes have a bet of 6 units out there, which on a, you know, if you're $5 table, that's $30. That's you know, substantially more. Take that off, bring one in, need to make that 1, 3, 2, 6, so you're at a bet of 3. Or if there's $5 table, that's $15. Reasonable bet. If you're at a $10 table, it's $30. He's still betting a single unit, so, you know, whatever the table is. Insurance closed. Let's have a look, and oh, the chop. Yeah, the times you probably hear a lot of moaning and groaning about blackjack tables when the you know, the dealer pulls like 5 cards and suddenly hits 21. That's the worst. Okay, 14, 2 of 10 takes a card. Very nice. 5, 7, 9, 21, 18. Or maybe if someone's got a big bet and then they end up with an opportunity to split and double down, bringing another one out, making the 1, 3, 2, 6 at a wager of 3 units. In fact, one of the last times I was playing, there's a kid that was there, brand new. He was playing with his dad. He was barely 18, I think. 12 to a 5 stands. 11. 18. He put down a $100 bet. He had a chance to split, resplit, and double down, if I have that correct. Anyways, yeah, he won $500 on that hand. Wasn't his first hand, first time out though. It was a pretty full table too. 12 to a 9 takes a card. That is 16, keeps hitting. 17, you can stop there. 19. We all told him, kid, take those black chips. They colored him up when they paid him out. Well, they gave him color chips. Take those black chips, put them in your pocket, and don't take them out. Keep that, because that's a rare occurrence. I think we were at I forget. I think that was actually a $6 table. 20 to a 5 stands. 11, 13, too many. 22. Yeah, it was a $6 table because it was on a cruise ship, and Blackjack paid 6 to 5 instead of 3 to 2, so they made that minimum wager of $6. It also had that Lucky Ladies thing. I'm sure you've seen that side bet. But you could get around. Sorry, hold on. You could get around having to put $6 on the card, or on the cards, by putting $5 on the line and then a single dollar in the Lucky Ladies. So, but then when you got Blackjack, you wouldn't get that extra dollar payout, or on the 6 to 5, because they wouldn't break down into change. Anyways, keeping on here. 1, 3, 2, 6. That was a bet of 3. You get to bring some of these off now. Back to 2. $17 stands. 17 push. Bets remain the same. Anyways, I don't really remember. That kid probably ended up thinking he was bulletproof. Insurance closed. I wouldn't be surprised if he lost the majority of that $500. Which is another lesson in itself. Sometimes you got to listen to the other players. Anyways, that was a nice win for him. I hope he kept it as much as he could. I don't know. I'm sure anything. When you're 18, that's all good. 17 stands. 16, 22. I think it was all Dad's money anyways. That's another 10 hands, by the way. That is 40. Bringing in another chip for the 1, 3, 2, 6 to bring his wager to 3 after that win. 11 is a double down. That's 3 right there. Single card. Ooh, what's that? 15? It can still work. Why you do it against these weak hands. See? Very nicely done there. Uh, 1, 3, 2, 6. So you get to keep a lot of these, all but 2. Both sides are pretty even again. That was hand 41, by the way. Okay, soft 14 to a 5. I don't have to look. 5s and 6, if you have a decent opportunity, let's do it from here. You should double those down. It's 2, single card, boom, 14. Let's do it right. Uh-oh. Let's see, less than 10, but more than 5. Okay, 12. Now, picture. 17. Nope. Welcome to Blackjack. Just when you think you should win, you don't. But you actually, that's not so bad, because you have 1, 3, 2, 6. You won a double down on the 3, lost a double down on the 2. So between those two, you still end up in the black. Back down to a single unit. $17 stands, 14, 21. Again, single units. 19 stands, 7, 17. Bringing one out, bet of 3. Insurance closed. Again, we're getting into choppy back and forth action. That is 45, so we are comfortably in the minimum number of hands we expect. Back to single unit over there. 19 stands, 18. Again, bring one out. You need to get off of, you need another win, really, or this choppiness is killing you. Well, that's a good start, right? 20 stands. 8. 15. There you go. One, two, three, yeah, okay. That was 47. So dropping back down to 2 units. Any second now that Joker's going to show up, be our cut card. Okay, 16 to a king. I almost made, or a jack. There you go, 21. 3. Sorry, 13. Too many. That's 48. And you need to bring out 2 now. 1, 3, 2, 6. There they are. $15 takes a card. Too many. That's 49. And ta-da! What we've been doing on the other times when this has come out, we're going to play this last hand. Forgot to put the bet out. What happened? You lost, right? Right, or you would have chips out there. All right, last hand. Talking about that cruise ship, you know, you can think of it this way too, like this being the last hand. You know, they'll close the casino when it gets late enough. 9 to a 5, double down, single card. So think about it this way: you might want to keep playing, but table's closed after this is the last hand. Oh boy, that's a 12. 6, 16. Oh, that's worse. 16, that's better. Okay, there you go. Now again, you know, being the end of the shoe, and let's say you were continuing to play, what would you do on the next shoe? Would you pick up where you left off? So you had a bet of 1, even though you doubled it down, you won. In the progression 1, 3, 2, 6, if you were in the same shoe, you would of course go to the 3. On a new shoe, it's your choice, really. Do you go back to 1, or do you go with 3? Personally, I go back to 1. I start everything all over again fresh. You play how you want. Your money. Okay, anyways, that was 50 hands. So I think that's the most we've gotten. I mean, we kind of fudged it a little bit, but that's okay. It would only matter if we were like counting cards, which maybe you are at home, but we're not allowing that to affect our play here. Anyways, count them up. Flat betting: 10 plus 25 is 35, 40, 45, 50. There's your stake. That's what you bought in for. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 halves, 5. So a $5 table, that's a $25 gain. That's on one shoe. That's, it's respectable. Not too bad. It's a whole lot better than losing, when you say. So let's see how the 1, 3, 2, 6 did. That's 10 plus 25 is 35, 40, 45, 47, and 48. So down 2. So this time the flat betting won with a gain of 5 and a loss of 2 for the 1, 3, 2, 6. So it's a difference of 7 units. This it's really only a loss of $15. It's it's not too bad, honestly. No, sorry, only a loss of 2 units is $10. The difference was 5 and 3, so a difference of $35 swing. But we're not really worried about that. We're just worried about which betting system came out in the shoe, and then how it all susses out when we do the summary. Got it? Okay, so flat betting wins up by 5. 1, 3, 2, 6 loses down by 2 on 50 hands. Okay? All right, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Watch again. Okay, bye.